What's up, players? Been real inconsistent in general, but for sure on the UFC side. My B. Y'all seen the title, the thummy. So let's do it. Firstly, real quick, that Saudi Arabia fight night was aight. No predict vid, but I did post my picks on the community tab. Nasruddin Imavov has established himself among 185's elite by nuking IZZY on the low. Great performance from him. Has always been a very talented fighter, but has shown to be quite inconsistent in the past. Extremely well-rounded, comfortable in every facet of the game. Fight ain't last that long, but he seemed like he did have a good game plan enough. Shot him some takedowns. Even though he ain't get him, they keep you honest. Was already knowing he had the boxing advantage, meaning anything in close would benefit him. I was just worried about how effective he'd be getting in close. And even though he low-key got T-Rex arms, his speed and entries was clearly on point. I'll be real, Imavov should present problems to everybody in this division. Now, he did just lose to Sean Strickland, like only a couple years ago, actually. I really just think Sean's a horrible matchup for him. And with the results of 312, that rematch is probably on the horizon. But against Dricus and Hamzat, I am intrigued. We'll see what end up happening next, though. And for IZZY, dog, it was a good run. You feel me, fool? But you gotta stop. Please. It's over, and that's okay. I am very sure, though, that he is not gonna stop. Cause he, for now at least, is in a spot where he don't suck. You know what I'm saying? He looked good. Was deploying his best weapons well. Defended all the little takedowns and all that. The thing is, he been in the game for a good minute now. At the top of it at that. There's an abundance of film out on Israel Adesanya. Anybody who watched a decent amount of combat sports could break boy game down to a T. Guys are coming up now that set out on their professional MMA journeys with the goal of beating and dethroning Israel Adesanya. All that to say, IZZY's weaknesses are very clear, and now there's guys who can exploit them. It's boxing blows, especially defensively. He'll get caught doing a whole lot of posting, just reaching, with both arms. He got away with some questionable defensive tactics and habits in the past due to a few things. He did seem a little faster 6-7 years ago, but more importantly, to be honest, some of them fighters he fought just sucked, were too slow, had T-Rex arms, etc. Nowadays, though, 185 is a lot better than it was in prior years. Either way, fool, I would really like if IZZY retired. I love it, actually. He has nothing more to accomplish, and I would not be able to sustain a real-life fall-off from Israel Adesanya. I saw a lot of people acting surprised by MVP beating Shar Bullet, when personally, there wasn't a doubt in my mind who was winning that fight. Shar's wrestling and grappling is terrible, and that's probably the only way majority of the roster will have a chance at beating MVP. He is one of the best strikers in the organization. Everybody know what he want to do, but can't nobody stop it. The speed he possesses with that player build is giving everybody problems on the feet. Except, perhaps, a certain somebody at 170, but you know. And to get a little more recent, UFC 312 was cheeks. Dricus Duplessis calmly dog-walked Sean Strickland. You know, he basically ain't wrestled, and he done outstruck another one of 185's best strikers. The reason why I believe Dricus won't lose, at this point, extend past his skills. Is he somehow an incredibly well-rounded fighter that has weaknesses, while simultaneously doesn't have weaknesses? Indubitably. It is mind-boggling, but he is incredibly smart. Both inside the cage, coming up with good game plans and all that blah blah blah. But fool, he might unknowingly have some mystic Mac to him. Before the fight, he seen and spoke on the news about Poatan being in Strickland's corner for this fight, and he said he couldn't care less. He said Sean don't even listen to his own native-speaking coach and brethren. You think he gonna know some Portuguese? The most entertaining part of the rematch saga has been the recent breakup between Sean and his coach Eric Nixick. Eric ripped into Sean a little bit on a podcast, which is nuts, even though he was right. That boy did a marvelous job in that corner, was really talking that talk. Sean listened to none of it. See, there's many a things I'd like to say about Sean Strickland the fighter, but you feel me, I don't want to say too much because he'll come and find me and clobber me in a fight with no remorse, a smile on his face and all. But you put him in front of a top middleweight and now all of a sudden we scared to throw. Alright, fool. Now on to the thing in this video that I've wanted to say. I real life wholeheartedly believe that Dricus du Plessis beats Khamzat Chimaev. I'm knowing that's a hot take. Understandable. And to make it worse, a fight against Sean Strickland gives me no real true reason to believe this. He didn't get to necessarily show some aspect of his game that make you go, see, you seen that right there? Yup. That's why he beat Khamzat. Literally no. Sean and Khamzat are literal complete polar opposites as fighters. But I have fully come to terms with the fact that Dricus has the best plot armor out and will somehow find a way to win that fight. So, I'm saying it now, and I'ma say it when it come time to drop the predict vid for it. I just got Dricus. Somehow. Weili Zhang. I have a question to ask about her name, but I don't even want to remotely come off racist, so I'ma hold that. Easily, impressively handles Tatiana Suarez, destroying one of the longest running prophecies of current fighters, that Suarez would one day be a champion. I picked Weili because even though there was a possibility that Suarez's wrestling could be a lot early on, her cardio and horrid striking, I thought would put Weili over the top in either a decision or a late stoppage. That proved to be true. But outside of the first round, Weili had her way in wrestling and grappling exchanges. A masterful performance from the underdog champion, knocking down a massive challenge that most clearly thought would end the reign. There is only one fight to make next. Make it happen. Rest of the card was astronomically cheeks. Just finna call a spade. It is what it is. Couple little odd events though. Help middleweight continue to take shape and move forward as a division, so it's cool.